So I'm just going to briefly touch on some expertise that I am able to provide as a coach. First of all, andragogy versus pedagogy. A lot of educators are not familiar with this, and basically the Venn diagram kind of gives you an idea of what this looks like. When you're presenting any staff development to adults, there's a very different viewpoint and mindset you need to have in order to provide any type of training for teachers and to tap into their willingness and their needs, especially their needs, to make it meaningful. So I've been trained in this particular mindset, and that's one thing that I would be providing as a coach. Next would be the SAMR model. Basically, as the diagram shows you, there are 4 levels of familiarity or integrating technology within a lesson. And as we start out at the bottom level as educators, and hopefully the goal is to move up to that top level of redefinition. What I like about this diagram is it shows how it can easily mirror what we're doing as educators within the Bloom's taxonomy. And of course, we have to touch those lower levels of understanding, be able to move up to the higher levels. But our goal is to be reaching up to those higher levels. So as an instructor and as a coach, I would be helping to assist educators in getting into those higher levels, not only in terms of rigor, but letting go of the teacher as the sage on the stage, and letting go and allowing kids to be the center of their own learning. Also, ISTE standards is something that a lot of educators are not aware of. It's called the International Society for Technology in Education. And basically, they have developed standards for students, teachers, administrators, and coaches. And basically, it really mirrors a lot of the Common Core and also those higher levels of learning in terms of how can we use technology, how can we leverage it to help our students to be their own advocate for learning. And again, it's removing the teacher as the center to all learning, and replacing that student to have their own drive and ability to seek out knowledge and information and connectivity with anyone worldwide using technology to gain their own knowledge. Digital citizenship and fair use. As a teacher, before I went into my master's program, I really wasn't aware of what is available to us as educators in terms of teaching students how to use digital resources in a safe and productive and legal way. And also, as teachers ourselves, how do we use technology legally? And I think a lot of teachers just are not, I certainly wasn't knowledgeable about that. And so that's one thing that I will be presenting to teachers. So not only would that mean netiquette, which just means how do kids participate online using respectable responses and strategies. Also, just how to be aware of cyberbullying and be cautious of that, and cognizant of some of the hazards that are there in the digital world. And then also for teachers, just knowing how to use technology in a fair and legal way. Finally, my Google certification, I think, really helps assist me as a coach, because I am very familiar now that I have level 2 status. I'm very familiar with the suite of products. And so this makes it something that, in terms of my district, we didn't get a lot of instruction in this. And so as I'm seeking out my certification, my final certification to be able to be a trainer of trainers, this will also benefit teachers as well.